I'll keep rock and roll.
Bloodstained Mire fetch.
I see. I'll pass to you. I'll tap draw. Yeah. It's going to open.
Esper Sentinel, not the most exciting card against Goblins, but it's going to block Lackey here potentially.
Sure. It's a nice mountain.
What's that?
It's a nice mountain.
Yeah, I like it. All right, some people like my mountain. There's Horde Master. And attacking for 1. Attacking for 2, I mean. Attacking for 2. Chump blocking with the Esper Sentinel. Passing the turn. Am I about to take the initiative? We'll see. This deck, shout out to Mr. Lee, this deck is wild. This deck is nuts. Full of traps and surprises. Here's Thalia, Heretic Cathar, which gave me a headache like you wouldn't believe.
I heard that's been really good.
Yeah, I don't really know, but my first.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't really know if Horde Master is good or not. It's my first time using it here. Here's a vial. And another vial. Cavern of Souls enters tapped. Passing the turn. The 3/2 first striker, not great to attack into here. Trying to set up my board for a long game. And at this point in the game, I'm not really sure what Lee is trying to do. I'm not sure if we're going to see an Armageddon or what is going on. So I prioritize getting vials on the board over killing Esper Sentinel or Thalia or whatever. I wasn't really sure where this was going. Here's Palace Jailer.
I'll become the monarch.
And becoming the Monarch now is Mr. Lee. There's a Monarch token of some kind. Not a very good token for Mr. Lee.
Cool.
Munitions Expert comes down. I'm going to hit Palace Jailer. Some confusion about what Palace Jailer does. It's under the Monarch, not the creature.
Sure. 15. Trigger. Now on the bottom. Yep. You Goblin back, and then she does.
All right, Thalia gets hit. Now we're talking about which ones enter tapped. We missed, well, I missed some of that, but now it's been corrected. And we're not sure about Horde Master. Yeah, the triggers, okay, whatever. Thalia dies, and we're passing the turn. Vials are on 1. And through all the commotion, we forgot about the Monarch trigger. We're going to correct that shortly.
You have 1 card?
1 card.
Did you draw a card from Monarch?
Oh no, I didn't.
Go ahead, draw.
Thanks, Mr. Lee.
I'll take 2.
13.
How much damage?
All right, another Palace Jailer here.
I will. Thanks. I guess I need 4.
Wastelanding my port. Port is down. And stat vialing in a lackey. vials up to 2.
Just get a lucky.
Attacking with 2 munitions experts here in an attempt to take back the Monarch and get my Horde Master back, which seems quite good given the current board. Blocking 1 with Palace Jailer. Munitions expert dies. The Fallen is right. The mountain is from the Fortnite secret lair.
I'll get it to 12. Okay, you're at 12. Confusing.
Yeah.
I'll go to minus. Yep. Draw.
I'm not a Fortnite gamer. I don't think I've ever even played Fortnite, but the lands look fire. There's another Esper Sentinel for Mr. Lee. There's an Ancient Tomb in Caracas available. Paying 2 life once again.
Take Kevin. Name human. Then take Thalia.
Human? Okay, sorry.
All right. Plays another Thalia Heretic Athar. Cavern of Souls is on human. Not that I have any counter magic anyway. Here's an end step activation of Aether Vial. Puts a pile driver in.
I can't seem to.
I'll put both up to 3. Sure. Draw.
Looks like I tipped both vials up to 3. That seems incorrect. Did I just do that? Maybe. I don't know what's in my hand, though. This is not Death and Taxes. Surprised I didn't fetch?
Did you play the fix this turn or was it?
No, I played this turn actually.
Just double check it.
Oh, okay, yeah, this says. I keep forgetting about the answer tap. Alright. Cut. I'll go to my answer.
Yep. Draw card. Draw.
Yeah, Thalia only affects non-basic lands. I'm drawing cards off the Monarch.
Wipe them adventure.
White Plume Adventurer comes in, and here comes the dungeon crap, everybody. Here comes the dungeon crap.
Yeah, I know they were.
Lee has the initiative. And will now search for a plains.
I believe I haven't played a land yet.
I don't think so, no.
MTG banning liking all the DCI sanctioned tokens and indicators. Yes. Well done. The Monarch token leaves a little bit to be desired, though. I think that's an F. Here's Ethersworn Canonist. All the hate bears coming down.
We will pass.
All right. Horde Master comes down. Activating Vial now, which is on 4? Is it on 4? Can't quite tell. We'll find out. It's a Sling Gang. Sling Gang enters. 2 triggers on Sling Gang. I keep forgetting they enter tapped, but we're working on it. Sacking to Sling Gang. 2 Ruinvelt Horde Master triggers. Hitting a Lackey and Arishidan Port. Mr. Lee now losing a life down to 7.
Well, you're at 7, so yeah, 7 to 13.
Oh, sorry. I'm at 16.
I am bad at math. 16 to 7.
Sack another one, same thing. He goes
17 to 7.
Vile and Badlands. So in my recap post about playing this deck, I realized Runvelt Hordemaster whiffs a lot. At least it did for me. And now some confusion about Canonist. I kind of forgot about Canonist. And I'm trying to figure out what to do here. Sling Gang can end the game potentially, but if Lee has a Swords to Plowshares and gains some life, this is it just does not seem like a great idea to sack my whole board right now. So I'm passing the turn and drawing for the Monarch. I have a Vial on 3 available. Goblins. This Goblins list that I'm playing does not have Gem Palm Incinerator, likely because it does nothing with Hordemaster, of which there are 4 copies in the deck. Not very synergistic with the Hordemaster. I think Mr. Lee may have missed the dungeon here, but I'm not sure. Admittedly, this board was just a mess. Solitude, another threat. Going to target Sling Gang. And I'm going to react here. Mr. Lee only with an Ancient Tomb available. I'm going to drain. And that'll end the game.
I wonder if I should have attacked.
Up a game against one Mr. Lee with mono white Stompy. Moving into game 2. 1 card going on the bottom. Coca Jambone, thanks for the resub. 4 months for Coca. Just in time for Goblins. Yes. We got some Goblins on today's stream. No Mog Fanatic. No Mog Fanatic. All right. Chrome Locks exiling Ameria's Call and a Flagstone of Trocaire. And here's turn 1 Vial.
Yep. Even that. Take 2, get 18. We gotta read it.
We got a reader. All right.
I'll go ahead and explore the first room. I'll grab a basic land. Put in my hand. Put in my hand. If you connect like Monarchy, if you connect to me, you will take the initiative. I'll grab a Plains and I will take.
All right. Pyrokinesis going to hit the card that I don't remember what it's called. But Pyrokinesis kills it. Vial up to 1. Can't wasteland of Flagstones of Trocaire, but I'll wasteland the Ancient Tomb.
Oh, sorry. My apologies.
Yeah.
Smart 2.
Okay.
Technically, I already drew the card. Do you trust me enough to put that back?
Yeah, okay.
This is the card that I drew.
Okay, so you're scrying that one and okay.
We're working through it.
Like that, and then just draw that card. Okay. Didn't really change much. I already played a Plains.
So there was a Scry 2 from the Initiative Dungeon, whatever it's called. And we made it work. Vial up to 2. Bloodstained Mire. Not going to give Mr. Lee a hassle about it. Containment Priest coming down. That's annoying. I wasn't completely sure about the turn 1 Pyrokinesis on the 3-4 or whatever that card is, or 4-4. But felt like I needed to. What did I board in? Yes, mainly removal. My Pyrokinesis. Where's my deck? My deck is on the other side of the room. But Pyrokinesis came in. Trying to think what else. Alright, so a treasure token was created off the dungeon. Fetching on my upkeep now. Yes, you are allowed to put a die on top of your deck to remember things. Looks like Vial is now up to 3.
We had like a couple games each.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was playing now.
Yeah, I don't remember you playing Goblins last time though, so I was like, expecting you to be able to control
Mr. Leaper expected me to be on control. Can you believe that, everybody? Do I seem like a control player to you?
I mean, I still like the original one. Yeah, a lot more.
All right, there's a snow mountain. All right, here's Goblin Matron getting hard cast. Can't use the Vial currently thanks to Containment Priest. Dark Leaves, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Not sure what to do with this Matron. Twin Shot Sniper. Looking for a way to remove this Containment Priest. Turn my vials back on.
We will on top. Yep. Make a 4-1. Yes.
Making a 4-1 here. 4-1 Menace Skeleton with the dungeon. There's the Saga. See Caracas in my hand. I sideboarded that in as well. I had a Caracas in my sideboard. Copy this list from Goblin Lackey 1. Shout out to Goblin Lackey. Vial is on 3. Can't activate it just yet. Twin Shot is in hand. Twin Shot seems like a good grab, says Coca, another Goblins player. There's Cavern of Souls. And here's Twin Shot Sniper hard cast. And it's going to hit the Containment Priest. Yes, if I get the initiative, I start the dungeon from the top, which is why Lee put one on my side of the board. I'll have a different dungeon than Lee.
On top?
The dungeon on Lee's side is about to ultimate, though, so we're going to see that here. You look at the top 10 cards of your library and put a creature on the battlefield, and it gets a some number of +1/+1 counters. I think it's 3 or 2.
I'm going to grab probably a Palace Prince. Okay. How many cards is this?
2. Oh, 3. 3, sorry.
Oh,
3 cards in hand for me. White Plume Adventurer is in there, along with the other dungeon initiative card that I can't remember what it's called. Palace Jailer is the pick, though, and it will get 3 +1/+1 counters. Now Lee will shuffle their library.
Until my next turn.
Target?
Sniper.
All right, targets the Sniper with the Monarch Palace Jailer ability. So Lee now is the Monarch and has the initiative. Very powerful. This is where we are in 2022, everybody. Will Mr. Lee add attractions to the deck is the question you're all wondering.
Also Jite. The way I playing that game.
Jite, ouch.
Yeah, activate it. Attach it, whatever. You go to game 3.
All right, that's enough for me. Scoop, we're going to game 3. Well played by Mr. Lee there in game 2. Palace Jailers were quite good.
Breaking on land, because I could have just drawn naturally.
Is it true that he's called Goblin Lackey 1 because as the inventor of the Goblins archetype, you have the Goblin Lackey username already? That's exactly right. That's exactly right. I take full credit for the Goblins archetype. What would the 90s MTG dungeon be called, Jizlo? What would it be called? It has to have a dungeon name.
Okay, I'm good to go.
Rock and roll, man.
Get a basic map.
It's always the vial. Alright.
All right, it's always the vial, says Mr. Lee. It's turn 1 vial. The depths where Montreal bagels expire, yes. Thank you, Gustavo. Yes, the dungeon that Mr. Lee has been using is called the Undercity. That's right.
That's right. Doing
All right, porting on upkeep. Mr. Lee now wasting the port. Activating Vial. Here's Skirk Prospector. Vial goes up to 2.
Another version. Maybe I'll take it for 1.
Yep. 2 cards.
Either run basic
All right, another Vial comes down. Cavern of Souls on Goblins is on the board. Urza's Saga for Mr. Lee. And there's Ethersworn Canonist, which my vials get around somewhat nicely. Here's Munitions Expert to kill it.
Hellbent? I'm Hellbent, yeah.
Sanctuary of the Micro-Influencer. That's a good name for a dungeon, actually. New York City theme. All right. Cavern on Human now for Mr. Lee. And here's another Canonist.
2 and 3.
Did I mulligan in this game? How am I hellbent already? Here is White Plume Adventurer once again. Mr. Lee takes the initiative.
I went to a concert last week.
Well, not now, but like 6 months ago.
Oh, yeah.
And there's the basic planes. And the Badlands, that's not really what we needed here.
Sorry about that. I can forget it. Just start one, I guess. Well, you're gonna put a counter. Just gonna put a counter. I keep forgetting because I haven't done this that often. Yeah, it's fine. And then I've already.
All right, so 2 Plumps encounters go on the White Plume Adventurer. From the Undercity. Attacking for 5. That is White Plume Adventurer, right? Or is that a different card? Does anybody know? Does anybody care?
Use 5 life? Yeah. We'll take it. Oh, on top of creature? Okay.
If you check one Mr. Lee on Twitter, the deck list was posted there a couple of days ago. It is also posted in our Discord server. It is also in the latest issue of the New York Times.
Yeah, if you connect with me, you get to take it.
So we're in stage 3 of the Undercity Dungeon on Mr. Lee's side. 4 cards in hand for Lee right now, just 1 for me. I must have mulliganed this game, right? How am I so low on cards? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll keep draw card.
Yep. Feels like I'm so short on stuff to do.
I'll draw.
Okay. Cavern on Eldrazi. Interesting. Here's Thalia, Heretic Athar. Activating Vial in response. It'll be a twin shot to hit Ethersworn Canonist. I can really use a Muxus right now. Chalice on 1 from Mr. Lee. Very nice. Attacking for 5. With the White Plume Adventurer, I'm down to 4. And the dungeon creatures untap themselves. Trying to figure out what to do here. Tapping 3 mana. The initiative Undercity Dungeon is going to ultimate next turn. And here's a Goblin Matron. Trying to figure out what to do. Could go for Muxus next turn, potentially. Trying to figure out how to get out of this situation. Mr. Lee is going to be able to find maybe a Palace Jailer or some other really nasty creature off the top. Looks like I pulled Horde Master to the front. Mr. Lee does have a Wasteland. I do have 1 Ringleader in the deck. I'm just trying to figure out what to do here. I'm at 4 life is the other problem. If it removes one of my creatures, Thalia will prevent any of my creatures from entering untapped to block. And a Containment Priest off the top is really annoying as well. So this is a tough decision here. Muxus next turn might not be good enough, is the point. I mean, it may be good enough, but it also might not be. All right, I'm going to go for a Horde Master. And to be completely honest, I'm not sure this is the right choice at all. I'm really not sure. I don't remember what my thought process is here, but I was trying to think of what can Lee find next turn with the ultimate and really bury me in this game. I can't even cast another Goblin this turn because of Canonist. And here's resolving the ultimate on the Undercity. We saw Solitude. We see White Plume Adventurer. There's a Containment Priest as well. And now with it resolving, I can't really respond. So let's see what Mr. Lee picks. And this creature will enter with 3+1/+1 counters. All right, it's Containment Priest. Maybe I should have vialed in the Horde Master. But then a Solitude or something can kill it, exile it, and then that's a wasted plan. Coca saying maybe Ringleader. Yeah, Ringleader seems like it might have been better, but I don't know. At this point, I think my plan was to try and get Horde Master on the table via Vial next turn and try to sack some Goblins for red and peel some things off the top and get something going here. The other thing, I don't remember if it was in this game or not, but at certain points in the tournament, I realized... Oh, yeah, it must have been in this game, actually. I realized that Horde Master exiles the cards, but I can't vial them in, and that got a little confusing at certain points. But yeah. Archon of Emeria was the creature found by Mr. Lee. And here's Eldrazi Displacer. This is another mean creature coming down for Mr. Lee. Eldrazi Displacer will be able to mess with my game plan quite a bit. Attack with everything, says Mr. Lee. With me at 4 life, this makes a lot of sense. One of the adventurers has 2+1/+1 counters on it.
Before blocks.
All right, Horde Master comes in before blocks, so I'll get 2 triggers here. Oh, one trigger. And I'm down to 1. Chose not to block Thalia. And it looks like I put a Matron into exile. Went right into the only glare spot in the whole table, but I believe that was a Matron. Upkeep, the creature's on tap. And I think they all untap because Mr. Lee has completed a dungeon. We might correct that in a moment. Kuwaga says, oh my god, it's real. Finally found you online on Twitch. Yes! You made it. You made it.
Is that correct? Yeah, you completed it. Is that okay? I don't play this dance, I'm still not alone.
Kuwaga, thank you for the sub. Thank you. And welcome.
I'm just thinking about these.
Thinking about my vials now. I'm hellbent before draw. All right, taking vial up to 3. There is a Matron in exile. Forgot. See, just now I forgot I can't vial in the Matron. I have to cast it. There is Matron.
I think I'm dead. Is he a sling deck? I think I'm dead. I'm not dead. Alright, you can still get
Yeah, you're at 17.
Not even close to dead is Mr. Lee. Yes, the creatures enter tapped. We're going to correct that. There's just a lot to keep track of here. I kept forgetting about the Thalia. I'm trying to figure out what to do here. Sack a whole bunch of goblins, do a Muxus thing. Is that game winning? Probably not. Eldrazi Displacer, Thalia, Heretic Cathar, White Plume Adventure, and Archon of Emeria are the creatures in play for Mr. Lee. Also, there's a Chalice on 1. And Mr. Lee has the initiative, and we'll be starting the Undercity once again next turn. All right, there's the correction of tapping the Matron.
You can kill him, Michael.
All right, going for Sling Gang, which in combination with Horde Master is quite interesting. There are more munitions experts in the deck, yeah. Don't have a way to cast them currently was the thing. So here I'm sacking to Horde Master, and for a moment I'm forgetting about, what am I forgetting right now? I'm trying to remember. There's so much going on. There's no Canonist on the table. Oh, maybe I'm not forgetting anything. Maybe I'm not forgetting anything. Just trying to figure this out. Yes, Archon limits me to 1 spell each turn. So that's my mistake right here. I'm forgetting about that for a moment. I'm draining Mr. Lee in hopes of finding another goblin to cast this turn, but I won't be able to cast it until next turn, which I think I'm realizing now, and I'm massaging my head a little bit because I'm like, damn, I forgot about that. All right, playing a Cavern from hand. There's a Munitions Expert and a Matron waiting in exile, which I can cast until the end of my next turn. Archon enters, Cavern enters tapped. Fix that. Which also messes me up. The Munitions Expert would have been great to cast on Mr. Lee's turn. Activating it one more time, exiling a Cavern. Yeah, I'm fishing for game rule violations, exactly. I'm at 5 life now. Trying to figure out what to do.
You're hellbent? I'm hellbent, yeah.
The Displacer is a big problem.
Yeah, I know. Oh, this is so hard. It is hard, yeah, especially with the sling guy. Yeah.
Thinking about if Mr. Lee blinks my twin shot, what do I do with it? If he blinks the Horde Master, what do I do with it? What do I do? Board state is a mess.
Well, I can, but what's that? Yeah, that's it costs 1 spell per turn. Oh, okay, I see. Alright, I'll pass turn.
Okay, we were talking about the Archon for some reason. But I'm passing the turn. Restarting the Undercity, searching for a Plains now as Mr. Lee. Getting a basic Plains.
Come on, top deck Parallax Wave.
Hoping for a top deck Parallax Wave apparently is Mr. Lee. I think the card is really in the deck too. There's a plane, so now 2 activations of Displacer are available. which I knew was going to be the case because I knew we're starting the dungeon over again. 6th land was going to be found, whether I like it or not.
Yeah. This is a 3/4. 3/4, and this is a 2/4. It just like comes right back tap, right? Comes back tap, yeah. Blink the frostbite. He's an exile, right? Until you next time.
The Munitions Expert and Matron are in exile. They are in exile.
Your attack is 5/5. 5.
All right, attacking with a 5/5 Adventure and a 5/6 Archon of Emeria. I'm at 5 life. Oh, more attacks actually.
Yeah, so if I block here, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, you got it. Alright,
Good games. Well played by Mr. Lee. The Cataclysm left in hand.